Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and another Plan With Me video. If you are new here, my name is Jessica. I am a digital lifestyle creator with a full-time 9-to-5 job in communications, and I write and make videos about life in my 30s, beauty, wellness, self-care, Disney, travel, a lot of things really, because that's just what I want to do and this is my channel, so welcome. I also forgot to mention that I am a recovering perfectionist, which I feel like has become a common theme here, that not that I'm trying to play to, but that I've been feeling a little bit more comfortable admitting nowadays. I used to be very comfortable identifying as a recovering perfectionist, like back in my earlier healing days, and now that I started YouTube, my perfectionist side is really trying to come out with the videos, in that like she's trying to stop me from putting things out sometimes because it is not perfect. I feel like I really am trying to show that part of myself a little bit more, because she does kind of rule this space for me, and I need her to be more of a partner, less of a dictator. You know what I mean? Hopefully you can relate, and if not, that's okay too. I just wanted to let you folks know, because I noticed in a lot of my other videos that I have talked about it but not like gone into depth about it. So yeah, that is why I keep mentioning it here. I feel like YouTube is the perfect place for me to heal that side of me, work on that side of me, and just get creative and honor those creative like ideas that I have without putting a filter on it. So this is me. Here I am. Welcome to my channel. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, today we're planning for April, but before we jump into April, we have to recap March. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, March was not bad. It's just that I didn't complete any goals. We're not checking anything off this month, because I didn't do anything this month on my goals. And that's because I just really focus a lot of my time on preparing for vacation, enjoying my vacation, and then recovering from vacation. So that has pretty much been my entire month, but I will still show you the list just to remind you folks of what the goals were, and then archive it and start new for April. And actually, because April is the start of Q2, we have a whole new set of focus goals that we are going to be focusing on for the next quarter. So that should be really fun, because I have not looked at those goals since I put it together in my very first Plan With Me for 2024 video. So that should be really fun. I honestly do not remember what I wrote down, but hopefully they're not too tough, but also a little challenging. Before I jump into my March recap, let me quickly go over my planning strategy for the year. This year I'm doing a blended planning strategy inspired by Jenna Hong, and it is a combination of digital planning and paper planning, and using them together to reach your goals for the year. So I have a paper planner. This year I am using the Shop Amanda Rachel Doodle Planner. This is the bubblegum cover, and I use this for all of my personal tasks and mood tracking and habit tracking, and that's it. That's all I use it for. This is what the April spread looks like, and it is so cute. I'm pretty sure this is my favorite spread so far. I'm also really looking forward to the strawberry spread. I think that's July. You see it right here. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, April is my favorite spread so far this year, and you guys know I love the color orange. I don't know if I like explicitly mentioned that here, but if you guys didn't know, my favorite color is orange. And so I went with a orange and red theme, or orange, red, and pink theme, and I'm just so in love with it. I actually like was coloring this in the dark, like not pitch black dark, but I didn't have any lamp or lights around me on, and so I was just like, you know, coloring after dinner, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna come out so messy because everything's gonna be like outside of the lines, but I actually kind of like it. Like, it's a vibe, you guys. I guess the choice to color in the dark was a good choice, because I am really in love with how this turned out. This is what the monthly spread looks like. I don't usually use this page, but I think I might want to like put in some birthdays on this page this year because I do have a lot of friends and family birthdays coming up, so I want to be able to document them here. This is what the habit and mood tracker look like for April. I can't wait to see like what all the tulip bulbs will look like. And then this is what the weekly spread looks like. I don't usually color these in until I prep for the week, so I'm really looking forward to coloring it. And oh, it's gonna look so pretty. So yeah, this is my doodle planner. I also have to mention my journal. This was a collaboration between Type Haley and Jenna Hong, and I've been using this pretty much every Friday, except March I didn't do that great with journaling on Fridays specifically, but I did pick it up a lot more here and there to work out some tough feelings that I was experiencing throughout the month. So I am journaling, just last month I didn't journal on the day that I said I would journal, but that is cool with me as long as I'm journaling. So those are my paper planning tools. And then for digital planning, I use Notion to track all of my annual goals. I don't jump into it every single day, but I do jump into it like at the beginning of every month and maybe like mid-month to check out my goals, and then at the end of every month when I'm filming my Plan With Me videos. So yeah, we will check that out later. And then I also want to show you my Google Calendar because I always forget to show you my Google Calendar when I film this video. So I'm just going to show it to you now. So this is my Google Calendar on a week view. If you watched my Plan With Me for 2024 video, you know that I like utilizing work blocks to plan out my days, my weeks, because that just really helps me to prioritize my time a little bit better. And so as you'll see here, everything is pretty much set up as a work block, and then within the blocks I have like actual meeting times and stuff like that. So that's how my Google Calendar works. I am in this every single day, and even though I have things like blog and YouTube work block, I don't always follow it, but it's good to know that I have that chunk of time scheduled for that specific work block, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this is it. This is my Google Calendar. Nothing special, just a calendar. Now that we went over my planning strategy for the year, let's jump into the March recap, which should be really, really fast. So this is my monthly goals and reflections page in Notion, and these are the goals that I set for myself in March. If you watched my March Plan With Me video, you know that I just duplicated February's goals into March because I did such a great job in February, and I really liked all of the goals that I set for myself that I really wanted to do it again in March. And I remember saying in my March Plan With Me video that even though I'm duplicating this list, it may or may not turn out the same. The result may or may not turn out the same, and it did not turn out the same. So here we are reviewing my March 2024 goals. Just a quick reminder that I organized all of my goals this year by quarter, and so each quarter has a specific focus goal, and Q1's focus goal was health and fitness. So all of the goals in this list are geared toward health and fitness. And then I also added in February a personal goal to track my budget because I was doing a lot of shopping and I just really needed to focus on honing in on my finances. So that is separate from the health and fitness focus goal, but still something that I wanted to work on, and that's why you'll see it in the list. Let's jump into the goals. So my goals for March were to cook more, eat out less, prioritize morning and nighttime routines for mental health, prioritize movement to improve my mental and physical health, and then start journaling again or continue journaling. Like I mentioned, I did not do any of these things because I was really focused on planning for vacation, enjoying my vacation, and then recovering from vacation. So we're not going to check any of these things off. And then I also want to review the personal goal, which is budgeting and finances. I did set up my budget tracker before I left for vacation, but I did not do a no by March. Actually, I did do pretty good on my no buy March. I didn't really do a lot of shopping while I was on vacation. I was very intentional about the things that I wanted to buy. I actually went on vacation with a list of things that I wanted to buy just so I didn't go a little too crazy. The only place that I did go crazy was at Sephora, which I ended up returning all of the stuff anyway because they just did not work well for me. I guess I can say that I did check, like I did well on the no buy March, only buying things during vacation. Okay, so I did check off some things on my March goals list. So yay, great for me. So let's, I'll fill this reflection part out, but let's archive this. And then we will start a clean one. Okay, now that I've refreshed my monthly goals and reflections page for April, let's quickly jump into my 2024 goals because I honestly have not looked at this page since I put out my plan with me for 2024 video. So we have some things to update here. Here are all of my Q1 goals right here. Cook more, eat out less, prioritize morning and nighttime routines for mental health, start journaling again, and continue prioritizing movement to support my mental and physical health. I feel like I did well on all of those things and completed those things despite not checking off all of it in March. But I do feel like I've built a lot of habits into my routine, tiny habits into my routine that I can now take with me into Q2. So I feel like I did pretty good and I'm gonna check them all off. I forgot that I put finish crocheting blanket as a Q1 goal. If you're just as confused about this crochet blanket as I am, because I did not realize that I put this as a Q1 goal. I thought it was a Q2 goal all this time, but let me back it up for you. Back in August, I posted, I think it was like one of my first vlogs that I posted. I did a very large crochet yarn order to make a throw blanket. I wanted to make a 2-color, kind of like a gingham style blanket or a picnic style blanket, checkered blanket. And that was like my goal for the year, was to complete this blanket by December. Well, I started crocheting the blanket and the pattern that I had just was not working for me. So I had to go back and basically create my own pattern based on the knowledge that I had on crochet and making blankets. So this is only my second blanket, by the way. So I had like little to no knowledge on how to write this pattern, but I made it work. And so after writing the pattern, I just totally lost my crojo, which is your crochet mojo. And I hadn't crocheted probably since September, early October. And I did not finish the blanket in time for December, which is my original goal for this blanket. I actually did not pick up the crochet hook until March. All of a sudden I felt like I just really needed to crochet, like my hands just had this like itch to crochet, and so I started my blanket again. And thankfully I started a lot of new shows in March, which I will go over later in this video. And so I just like started crocheting through all of my shows, and I'm still not done, but I've made a lot of progress on it. I am really pleased that I made a lot of progress on it, but I am just really surprised that I put this as a Q1 goal. I'm not sure what I was thinking when I did this, so I'll have to go back and watch my plan with me for 2024 video, but it is not done, and I think I'm going to move this to actually my Q2 goals. I do think I may be able to finish it in Q2. If not finish it, get really close to finishing it. So I will move it to Q2, and we will just continue to do that throughout the quarter. Now that we've reviewed my 2024 goals and marked all of my Q1 goals as completed, and we can see my Q2 goals front and center, let's jump back into my Life Hub, because at the bottom of my Life Hub I have a little section that lists out all of my goals by quarter and by focus. So let's focus right here. Q2's focus is personal. So things that I want to focus on in Q2: utilize LinkedIn Learning to improve industry-related skills. The organization that I work for gives its employees access to LinkedIn Learning, and I thought I was going to utilize it a lot more when we first started doing it, but I haven't really had time to do any of it. So I really want to dedicate time in Q2 to going into LinkedIn Learning and using it to improve my industry related skills, which, if you folks don't know, I work in communications and public relations. So it's always good to learn how to improve those skills because things are always changing in that industry. That's something that I really want to focus on in Q2, just because it's a little bit quieter this time of year. And I think I said that when I was planning for 2024, and Q1 was actually like the craziest Q1 work-wise that I've ever experienced in my work life. I'm gonna hope that Q2 is a little bit quieter so that I can dedicate time to improving my industry related skills. And yeah, I just need to go in a couple of hours a week and decide what I want to learn. In addition to LinkedIn Learning, I also want to go on more date nights with Angel. If you don't know who Angel is my husband. We've been together for 14 years now and married for 4. You don't see him much in my videos because he doesn't like to be on camera, and I want to honor his boundaries. So he is in some of my videos if you can find him, but he's like rarely here. I usually try to film when he's at work. So yeah, that's why you don't see him a lot. But I do want to go on more date nights with him. I want to deepen our relationship in that way. And it's very hard. It's always been hard for us to go on date nights because we are homebodies. Like, we just like doing things at home. And so I've been trying to change our mindset around dates in that it doesn't need to be like somewhere that we need to go physically. Maybe it's just at home. And so actually a good example of this is for Valentine's Day, I planned a at-home movie date night and we watched Cars, which is our favorite movie to watch. We watch it like once a week, and it was just so simple and so fun, and just I felt so connected to him, and hopefully he felt connected to me in that sense. And it was just so low-key and I loved it so much. And I want to do more of that in the coming years. So this is hopefully a good place for us to start in focusing on it in Q2. I also want to focus more on making social plans with friends. Like I mentioned, I am a homebody. I never used to be a homebody. It was really after COVID happened that I became a homebody. And it's very hard for me to go out and find the energy to go out. And so in this quarter, I really want to make time to reconnect with friends. I do have a couple of friends that I've made plans with, and so I can't wait to see them. And maybe if they'll let me vlog, I can vlog with them. But yeah, I actually do have like a coworker Pauhana coming up, and so I'm really looking forward to that because it's been a while since I've gotten together with my coworkers outside of work. And then the final thing in my Q2 goals is to finish reading the ACOTAR series. You guys, I have it here for this video. I am on A Court of Silver Flames, and this is my favorite book in the whole entire series. Look, I thought A Court of, what is the green one? Look, I thought the second book was my favorite book, and I think it still is, but this one, holy moly! I'm this far along in the book, like I would say like 75% of the book, and I honestly, I can't repeat the things that my eyeballs have read in the last week on camera because they are just not safe for camera. But holy cow, this is such a good book in the smutty sense and in the like healing sense and in the Nesta sense, and it's just so good. And I thought I loved Rhysand so much, but I love Cassian even more. Like, are these people real? Can I meet them? Because I am obsessed. I am obsessed with this book, and I'm really sad that the series is almost done for me. And I honestly don't know if I am going to read Throne of Glass like next or soon, but I do have it on my TBR list. I just don't know if I want to jump into it quickly. But yeah, I am for sure going to check this off in the next month because you guys, I love this book so much. I think I might want to reread it after finishing it. It is that good. And I was annotating A Court of Wings and Ruin, but then I annotated a little bit too much in that book, and so I wanted to take a break from annotating, and I wish I would have annotated this book because this one has so much like thoughtful nuggets that I want to remember. And I am trying so hard to like explain this book to you folks without giving away the plot of the story. So yeah, just know that I am almost done reading this book and it will for sure be checked off in my Q2 goals. Those are my personal goals for Q2. I'm really excited to focus on something new while also still, you know, honing in on my health and fitness goals, but really focusing all of my attention on my personal goals. So that is it for my March recap and April plan with me. But before we end this video, I want to show you one last page in my Notion, and it's a page I've never showed you before because I just never thought to share it with you folks. But after talking about like my crocheting journey and how I watched a lot of new shows and then talking about A Court of Silver Flames with you folks, I was like, why don't I show you this page? Because I do access it quite often throughout the month. Let's jump back into my Life Hub here and go to my Books and Media Hub. So the layout is kind of inspired by Jenna Hong, but I have been tracking all of my books and media since probably 2021, around there. So I just really liked how Jenna organized hers better, so I followed her template. I like this little section of Belle on the Ladder here. As a reader, I just resonate with her so much, so I wanted to put her here on my tracker because she is the best. But yeah, anyway, this is my books and media tracker / hub, whatever you want to call it. And up here I have like my database for my book tracking, and front and center I have my in-progress books. So here you'll see that I'm currently reading A Court of Silver Flames. It is a physical book and it is by SJM. If we scroll down here, I have my TV shows and movies tracker, and then also my holiday shows and movies tracker. With my TV shows and movies tracker, this is what I'm currently watching. I actually just finished watching Hokkaido Gals Are Super Adorable. This one is 5 stars for me. And then what else did we watch? I can't remember the other show. Oh my god, I gotta look it up right now. Hori Mia. That was the other show that I was watching. Hori Mia. That was the other show. Hori Mia. What else am I watching right now? I'm also watching The Masked Singer, but that's not something that I want to track. That is everything that I've watched so far. For this particular tracker below, the holiday shows and movies, back when COVID was happening, I like randomly decided to do a holiday movie review on my Instagram stories, and my Instagram followers seem to really like it, and so I tried to do it again last year, but I just didn't have enough time to sit down and watch all of these holiday movies. So this is what this list is for. Where did I leave off at? Oh, I was watching the Holiday Dating Guide, but I didn't get to finish it, and then I was also watching Checking It Twice, and I didn't get to finish it. It did start off as like only Hallmark movies, but I actually like the Lifetime holiday movies a lot better. So I don't know yet if this is something that I'm going to continue this year. I think I may want to, but it does take a lot of time and effort to, you know, watch the movies and then post a review and all of that stuff. So who knows what we'll do this year. But I didn't want to delete this list because I wanted to remember all of the things that I watched over the last couple of years in the holiday realm. So yeah, and then I do have a very extensive watch list of things that I want to watch. A lot of them are movies from 2022 and 2023, like A Baltimore Christmas, Flipping for Christmas, The Perfect Christmas, Something from Tiffany's, The Royal Nanny. It has been on my list for 3 years now. Candy Cane Lane, Dashing Through the Snow, Best Christmas Ever, Holiday Twist, and How the Gringos Stole Christmas, which I think that one was in the movie, so that's why I didn't watch that one, because I didn't want to go into the movies to watch a holiday movie. So yeah, that is my watch list, and hopefully I can get to these movies this year. I do want to mention like a couple of good holiday movies that I watched. I know they have a lot of... Merry Swissmas was a really good movie. Jodie Sweetin from Full House is in it, and also the guy from Schitt's Creek. What is his name? The mayor's son is in this movie, and it was just such a heartwarming movie. And if you're into holiday movies and you haven't watched Merry Swissmas yet, watch it. It is just, your heart will explode, not physically, but it will explode from cuteness and heartwarming things, and you will just feel so warm and fuzzy after watching it, because that is exactly how I felt after watching it. What else? Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special was a funny one. Not exactly what I was expecting from Guardians of the Galaxy, but it was pretty funny. I have to admit that. Guardians of the Galaxy is also one of my favorite Marvel movies, so yeah. Merry Kiss Cam is also a very good holiday movie. I know that, now that I'm talking about this in April, I'm like thinking this is such a weird time to be talking about holiday movies, but here we are. Anyway, Merry Kiss Cam is also a very good holiday movie. It's about a woman who, I think she loses... is it her mom or something? Anyway, she loses someone close to her, and she's experiencing grief kind of like a couple of years after it happened. And she meets this guy who is like very into like hockey traditions, and like if you watch sports a lot, and for us we watch baseball a lot, and so my husband like truly believes like sometimes if you sit in a certain position and they win, that you have to sit in the same position for them to win again. So it's kind of like that kind of thinking. And so people believe that every time they show up on the kiss cam that the team wins, and so they just walk through grief together and meeting new people together. And it was such a good movie. I cried a lot in that movie, but yeah, that is a good movie. And then Take Me Back for Christmas was also a really good movie. That one came out last year, and I really like that. It's kind of like a back and forth timeline jumping type of movie. Yeah, that is it for my books and media tracker / hub. I don't know, is that something that you guys want to see more often? I'm not the fastest reader, so I don't update it like every week per se. But I don't know, maybe by next month I'll have started a new book and have some updates for you folks on shows. And let me know in the comments if that's something that you want to see more of. I can definitely include it in my Plan With Me videos. But yeah, I think this video is kind of long at this point. So that is it for my Plan With Me for April video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, because we are growing here, friends. I actually hit 100 subscribers sometime last week, and I am honestly surprised that I hit 100 subscribers so soon in the year, because that was my stretch goal for 2024, and I hit that. Like, I actually exceeded it at this point now. So thank you all so much for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for helping me to grow this space. I am just so excited about everything, and this has really been an eye-opening creative outlet for me. Like, I didn't know if I was gonna like it, and I ended up loving it. Like, that is just so crazy to me. I think I need to change my goal for the year now that I've hit my 100 subscribers goal. I think I might go for 500. So hopefully when I do this update at the end of the year, I would have made 500 subscribers here. And I don't want to like focus too much on followers because I know it's all about the engagement, guys. Duh. But yeah, I just feel so happy that I have numbers to prove that the space is growing and, you know, make the return on my time investment on YouTube worth it. So yeah, thank you all so much for being here and watching my videos and putting the time in to support me. I really appreciate it so much, and I can't wait to do more for you folks. So stick around, we have a lot more content coming soon. A lot of my travel vlogs will be dropped soon. So yes, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are amazing. I appreciate it so much. That is it. Until next time, I will see you folks in the next one. Bye.